Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mark Shelf Space, and today we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends House of X Omega Sentinel from the Tri-Sentinel Build-A-Figure wave. So stick around and let's check her out. Alright, welcome back. Let's take a look at the side art. Alright, here's the side art for the card box. It's the same on both sides. It's got the Omega Sentinel there, holding a giant gun. Take a look at the back. Alright, and here's the back of the card. So you see you've got the other 6 figures that go along with the Omega Sentinel. You've got Wolverine, Charles Xavier, Marvel Girl, Moira McTaggart, Magneto, and Cyclops. They all come with a piece of the Tri-Sentinel Build-A-Figure to put it together, except Wolverine. He does not have a piece with him. So let's go ahead and open her up and take a look at her. So the Omega Sentinel comes with a Build-A-Figure piece for the Tri-Sentinel, as well as an alternate head and the giant guns. So take a look at the head here. I like the head sculpt on this, the extra hair they put on the head here. You see it's well textured. It's solid plastic. At least the back parts are here. And they're thick. You see the detail they've got on the hair strands here. These are like giant pigtails coming out the back of her head here. And then the face, I like the eyes. You see the eyes? They're red. They match the lipstick there. And then the mask covering her face. So I think it's a pretty cool head sculpt. Then she comes with 2 extra, essentially gun hands. So here's the first. You see you got the peg attachment here where you swap out her hands and stick this in. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I'll swap her hands out. There's pretty good detail on this. I think it's neat. And the second one here, fairly similar. So you get the peg end here, you stick into her hand hole there, and the detailing on this is also done pretty well. Lots of little mechanisms on there. So we'll stick those on here in a minute and take a look at them. And then she comes with the torso for the Tri-Sentinel. So you see the torso here, you see you've got the peg holes up here. It's where you put the 3 heads. That's why it's called a Tri-Sentinel. And then the body, very slender in the middle with a larger upper section here. And the top of the thighs here. This reminds me a lot of something I would see in Mass Effect. So we'll put the Tri-Sentinel together in a little bit and take a look at that in another video. Alright, so here we'll do a side-by-side of the Omega Sentinel, how she looks in the comics to how she looks as an action figure here. So you can see I think Hasbro did a good job capturing the figure as she's drawn. Start with the head sculpt here. See they've got the right angled lines behind the eyes here and on the back of the head. And look at the arms. So you see they added the detail here with these raised portions with the red inside of those. And the back of the figure, as she's shown in the picture here, these lines look pretty spot on to how she's drawn in the comics. You see the coloring is a little different here, so on this back part is gray on the figure, it's white in this picture. That could just be a tone problem. And as the legs begin here, you see the red as it's depicted in the picture there. So all in all, I think they did a pretty good job of capturing the comic book essence of the Omega Sentinel. So take a look at the head here. It's a pretty basic head sculpt, but the paint and the sculpted on lines here I think really draw out the tones on the face in terms of the eyebrows. See the raised brows there? And I think I really like the red on the head of this figure. It's a very bright cherry red color, and I like it a lot. Looks good. See the neck here is raised up above the shoulders a little bit. Kind of gives it that android feel when you're looking at the figure. And then on the arms here, so these are the main arms that come with the figure, but we'll put the alternate arms on here in a minute and take a look at that. But I do like these, the detail that Hasbro gave to this, to the arms here. I think these look good. Take a look at the paint lines on the figure here. These paint lines, at least on the figure that I have, look really clean. I didn't see any QC issues with these. The colors they use are bright and really make the figure pop. On the midsection here, we got two gray pieces. Look almost like gear shifts. These are sculpted on here. And again, continuing the paint lines down the legs of the figure. Again, these paint lines are really good. No issues with these. On the back of the figure, more the same. The paint lines here are pretty clean. There is a spot on the figure here. Might be hard to see on camera. Nothing against the paint lines. This looks like maybe when it was in the factory getting produced, it got rubbed up against something, because it just looks like some friction occurred here on the legs and caused a little damage in the spot there. That's not a big deal. So see the articulation here and the head. It's pretty basic. So we've got the long neck joint. No hair to obstruct the turning of the head, so it turns pretty well. Look at that. I like this head sculpt a lot. This is the colors really bring it out. I like it. As far as the arms go here, pretty standard. These are a little stiff, a little more stiff than some of the other figures that I've played with from this wave. Got the elbow joints here. These are pretty stiff too. Not as stiff as the shoulder joints. Shoulder joints are pretty stiff. And then the hands here, forward and backward, and you spin at the wrist. See for the midsection here, you get a little bit of movement back. Not a whole lot, but she's a robot, so I don't expect her to be doing a lot of moves. There's no turn at the bottom of the torso here. The turn is up here at the top. So if she turns, well enough. And the legs got the standard breaks here. Top of the hips, knee joints, and ankles. Forward, backward, and a little pivot. Alright, so let's look at her with the arms, the extra arms. Alright, here she is with the extra arms on. I don't think it really matters which arm extension goes on which arm. They're interchangeable. There is no left or right per se, unless you have a specific choice on which arm you want to put it in. But I think these look pretty good on the figure. And we could take a look at her with her extra head and these arms here momentarily. Alright, here she is with the alternate head. I do like this head sculpt a lot, but I think I will display her with the red head because I really like the color on that. Alright, so that's my review for the Omega Sentinel from the Marvel Legends House of X Tri-Sentinel Build-A-Figure Wave. If you guys liked it, give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments, and I've got one more video to do for a figure from this wave, and then I'll put the video out for the Build-A-Figure. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.